Hey everybody, it's your boy Punch with Weekly Shonen Punch, bringing you guys another 5-minute theory video. Let's get it. So today's theory video is a piggyback of a video that I did already about Deku and All Might facing off against Shigaraki. And I will link that video in the description and put a card right here so you can click on that video, check it out, because it lays out the basis for a lot of this theory. Also, if you guys are new to my anime channel, please feel free to hit that like button and that subscribe button. It really does help me out. And I do put out regular anime and manga related content. So please, let's go. So in my last video, we talked about All Might getting his powers back because of Eri. Because we see that Eri, her horn is starting to get bigger. And it's already been alluded to, when her horn gets bigger, that's when her powers more than likely will go out of control again. Well, the only person that can really hold Eri in check is Eraserhead. And right now, he's busy fighting in the Paranormal Liberation War. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Night Eye's prediction and All Might's death, and how I think that this is actually going to come to pass. I think that Eri is going to lose control, and when she loses control, she's going to reverse All Might into a state where he had his powers again. And this is going to allow All Might to be able to participate in the fight along with Deku and everybody else. Now that that's out the way, let's talk about Night Eye's prediction about All Might. Well, in his prediction, he saw that All Might died a gruesome death fighting against a villain. Well, he already had his fight against All For One. All For One is locked up now and doesn't look like he's going nowhere anytime soon. And to me, if All For One was the person that was supposed to kill All Might, Night Eye would have mentioned that, because he knew all about All For One. He knew all about One For All. He knew pretty much everything there is to know about All Might. So if he knew that it was All For One that was actually going to kill him, he would have let him know that it was All For One. He never named the villain that All Might was going to lose to. I would argue to say that the vision that he saw was probably Shigaraki, and maybe a mutated version of Shigaraki, because we know he just went through a hellish procedure to get All For One's power, and now he's just this monster on a whole other level. So what I think is going to happen is, within this fight, the people that are there right now, they're going to suffer a whole lot of casualties, because we know that Shigaraki doesn't need to touch anybody for his devastation perk to work. And then with All For One's quirk, there's no limit to what else he can do now. And we've already seen that in the past, the only person that was able to keep up with All For One, even in a weakened state, was All Might. Not Endeavor, not Hawks. Endeavor and Hawks were around. They were in the picture at the time. Best Genius was the number 4 hero at the time. And none of them could hold a candle to All For One. The only person that could was All Might. All Might is definitely going to have to play a part in this battle in some kind of way. And I do think that All Might and Deku will have a fight with Shigaraki, or it'll be a situation where Deku starts the fight with Shigaraki and then All Might comes in to save him. And this is where I think things get a little hairy, a little, because All For One did have a greed and tried to get every type of quirk that he possibly could, keeping only the best ones for himself. Well, there's a reason why he scouted out Shigaraki. He knew that that quirk was one of a kind. It was definitely one of a kind. And he knew, because he understood quirks on a whole other level. He knew that if he pushed that quirk to its limits, that it would awaken to something fearsome. I think it's with this quirk that's going to allow Shigaraki to ultimately kill All Might. Scary, I know. But I know it sounds pretty far-fetched, but still, we know that this fight is going to come somewhere or another. And right now, looking at all the possible villains, and it looks like Shigaraki is the best candidate to make this happen. Now, do I think ultimately Shigaraki will be beaten? Yes, I do. I think that All Might is really going to drive Shigaraki into a corner to the point where he's almost forced into killing him. Because even though Shigaraki at this point has all these different powers and he's overpowered like crazy now, All Might still has experience on his side. He's already had multiple battles with All For One. He's already gone through multiple battles with all kind of different villains, from the top of the top to the low of the low. So that experience is going to get him to get Shigaraki to the point where he has to release that devastation quirk, and that's what's going to kill All Might. And it's going to be with the death of All Might that's going to push Deku to be that character that he wants to be, or that he needs to be, in order to ultimately defeat Shigaraki once and for all later on down the storyline. Because let's just face it, it's way too many people there, way too many liberation forces, like way too many of the League of Villains and all those people that they're gonna let Shigaraki just die or just get captured right then and there. They're gonna get him, they're gonna get away, and we're ultimately gonna see All Might's death, and then we're going to get that much needed character progression for Deku. Well, those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Remember to like this video if you did. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and also share this with your family and friends. That's all I got for you guys today, and this has been a 5-minute theory video with Punch, and you guys have an awesome day. Bye.